Hello everybody, Lavender Quack coming back at you, my beautiful, fine ladies and gentlemen. And as you can tell from the title, today I'm going to be sharing with you the time that I actually insulted a celebrity to their face. Now, you may be wondering, which celebrity? Hold on my Padawan, I'm going to be telling you very shortly. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey, and this whole video is going to be a journey on the events leading up to that very moment. So I will start with the backstory. This is about 5 years ago. I lived in Tennessee. We just moved there. Nothing to do because I didn't know nothing around there. So we were like, oh, there's nothing to do around here. And so I said, Dad, can I go somewhere? So he called up his sister, which is my aunt, and she's one of the coolest aunts out there. She said, sure, just come on over. They got a giant house in Florida, Navarre Beach. It's beautiful. We go to these places. We had a lot of fun. We went around town, checking out Florida, show me the hot spots. And one day she said, you know what, how about we go to a water park? And this water park goes by the name of Big Kahunas. And that's a really funny name. I really just chuckled me up. I was an immature little 11-year-old. I'm still mature. It still chuckles me up to this day. But we went there. It had like a Hawaiian-esque totem theme. It was really cool. One of the biggest water parks I've ever been to. I've never seen that big of a water park because I haven't been out that much outside of my state. And I live in rural Tennessee, so there's not a lot of water parks there. Now, here's the kicker. As we get in there, we go through the line, just chilling out. Suddenly, there's a crowd of people just mobbing the front gate, or whatever you want to call the entrance. And I'm like, what the heck does that mean? My cousin was really spoiled. She had all the cable shows, she had Netflix, she had everything. I was here stuck growing up on Cuba on satellite TV, hoping to get a good signal so I can watch Green Acres on this TV. Now, I'm not complaining. There's a lot of good shows on Cuba, a lot of ones that not many shows today can beat just because of how outlandish and original they were, because they're so bizarre that they just make you laugh and chuckle and really memorable. But I've never watched reality TV shows up until that point, and she has, so she instantly recognized the celebrity, because it was a celebrity. That's why everybody was crowding. They wanted to get a picture with a lady. She's like, oh my god, that's a lady from K+8. Now, I was just like, who the is this lady? So my cousins, they both loved her. They just watched that show all the time because that was the greatest thing in the world. And oddly enough, she showed me the show before we went to Big Kahunas, but it wasn't memorable enough for me to remember the person. So my cousins wanted to get me a picture of her. So I said, you know what, give me your phone, I'll take it. So I went up right in her face. They're bodyguards, but why would they can't stop an 11-year-old little kid. So I went right underneath her, stuck that phone underneath her face and took a picture of her chin. It was blurry, I didn't get good quality. But I did the job. I went back and I said, here you go. I don't know if she noticed me, but I did take a picture of her. Now, this isn't where the story ends. I got a picture of a celebrity right in front of her face. That's already a milestone as it is. Now, what actually happened was I continued about my day because I really didn't give a shit. Because, it's a celebrity. So what's the difference between a celebrity and a real person? Nothing, except they got money and they got film time on TV. So we went down to the lower part of the water park. And, I wanted to try out everything untouched by the mobs that are chasing this poor woman who had a reality TV show. I say poor in ironic way because she wasn't really poor at all. She's one of the richest people I've ever met, probably. But so we went up on the slide, and I was like, okay, I guess I didn't really care because, I don't see no difference between celebrities and regular people, especially as a child, because you don't really care about money that much because your parents buy you everything, so whatever, it's just a fancy person in a fancy coat. Now, I went up the water slide, and there was men up there, because it was like a little platform. You walked up some stairs, and to the right of you is a platform where you get on the slides and go down. There was 2 cameras, and I was like, what are these cameras for? So I tapped the shoulder of the kid in front of me. I'm like, hey, you. I pointed at the cameras. I was like, what are those cameras for? Now the kid just looked at me. He gave me a blank stare. I said, didn't you hear me? What are those cameras for? The kid just stared at me, and he gave me a look like I was the dumbest kid in the world. And I remember it vividly. I was wearing blue swim shorts and a yellow swim shirt because I was too scared to show my nipples, because I was a little embarrassed, antisocial kid. But anyways, yeah, so he just looked at me like I'm the stupidest kid in the world. He gave me some cocky look. And I think he was a little bit younger than me. Now, I can't be too sure if he was younger than me, but I looked up the reality show later, and I think I know which one it was. Yeah, so that's the next part of the story. That kid was on the show. He was actually one of the members of K+8, one of the sons. I didn't realize until we looked it up later when we got home. But since he didn't answer me, I just looked at him like he was the stupidest kid. And I said, "Are you retarded or something?" And he didn't answer me. He just gave me a blank look, turned around, and didn't talk to me. It was the most uncomfortable feeling as a kid. Because, as a kid, you want to make friends. I was a really social kid. I like to talk to everybody, but I was really awkward. So it kind of hurt a little bit, especially when a kid doesn't answer you. He just ignores you and turns around and goes to the slide. But yeah, I think there was a couple of girls in front of us, a little bit older than me. I don't remember that much, but I do remember. So now the cameras were pointing at him, and this lady started coming up from behind, and she had she had microphones on her. There were people following her, bodyguards, and you know what? It's whatever. I didn't care. I didn't even notice the significance of that until later, which is now, and I'm trying to get some clout for it online by making a clickbaity title, which you're gonna see later. But it was fun, I guess. I guess it's one of those things that you can tell people that you did, and everybody's be like, "Wow, that's a thing." So yeah, I called one of the small kids a retard. Now, keep in mind that these kids were around my age. I think by that time, I looked it up. I think the youngest one is a year older than me, and one is and the oldest one is a year older than me or my age, I think. So I guess it was fine for me to say that back then because I was just a little kid. I didn't know the consequence of my actions. But yeah, I just continued on my merry way. And yeah, so I called one of the kids from K+8 retarded. Now, listen, I don't know which one it was. I looked at them, they all looked exactly the same. Maybe that makes me a racist, but I don't remember. I remember looking at him. It's not the one with the glasses. Because if you look at K+8, it shows the same picture of them from like 5 years ago. It's not the one with the glasses, either the older one or the other one that does not have the glasses. So yeah, I called one of the three boys from K+8 on the reality TV show a retard. Yeah, on film. I think I was filmed on that too. I don't know. They probably cut it out. Yeah, because they don't want nobody, showing that some lanky blonde kid calling one of the stars a retard. If they kept that in, I'm a movie star, I guess. I've been on a reality TV show, HBO, Disney. Come on, hook me up, baby. But it's whatever. Yeah. So that's my story. If you liked it, like and subscribe. Go ahead. Bye.